And we are once again to Slime Isekai Memories. Today, we are here continuing Chapter 30, Holy Conflict Outburst. Last time, Cliché was looking into some dark magic, which I think was Loop Loop, to help her break free from Shinsha's stomach. So she created a new Kokoyo, or whatever his name is. I don't quite remember, but he's just a recolor of Kokoyo. So now we're gonna see new variations of these characters, or kind of recolors. Let me just see the info. So I'm just versing against creatures. Alright, we'll just see if we can win with this team. If we can't, I'll probably just try a win team straight up, or one of the other category teams. Ah, I thought I'd get sick of it eventually, but I guess I'll keep on doing it forever. I wonder how she's doing. I guess I notice if something were off. Wait, am I being too overprotective? Oh, at this hour? The timeline is still super weird. Because the last we saw, Hinata got betrayed by the sages. Or the Seven Saints, I should say. But are we not gonna progress past that point? Because we should be done with the Holy Night War, or whatever you want to call this arc. But yet, for whatever reason, we're stopping at the very last 10% of the arc to do this side story or original story. Like, some people would get pissed because they would call this a filler arc, like during one of the most climactic parts. But since the main interest of this game is the original story, this really isn't filler for us that play this game. But it's just really weird. Why wouldn't we just conclude that arc and then move on to this story? Because this seems like it would fit perfectly after the arc. That's what I should be asking. I could sense that you weren't just an ordinary person. But seeing as you're just relaxing here, I'm sure you're not doing any harm. True. You know, we both attempted to kill Rimuru, and now here we both are, in Tempest, being treated as guests. We've got something in common. He really is a softie, that slime. Really? By the way, you're an otherworlder, aren't you? I'm a little curious as to where you got your information from. But yes, I guess I am. Do you ever think about returning to your world? Some otherworlders might think otherwise. But I probably don't really care for the old world. What about the family you left behind? Don't you ever think about them? Gah! No way! Gobata! Shoot that woman there! She's also after Great Rimuru's life! Roger that! Case Cannon! Now, I know this was pre-Demon Lord Izis, but that really makes you think on how weak Izis was before becoming a Demon Lord. Because Gabata's attack was able to actually hurt her. He's one of the weakest executives, and was able to do this much damage pre-Rimuru awakening. Like, I don't remember how many awakenings or power-ups he's had at this point. Considering Gabata does get stronger, but not as big as in later power-ups, it is kind of crazy at how much damage he did to Izis. Huh? Hyuga, your... Mother, you can't die.
死んだらいけない。例えば
For instance, don't you ever want to see your mother again?
思わない？どうしてそんなことを聞くの？
Why do you ask? It only really started to dawn on me recently, but I'm a mother to a child.
つい最近なんだけど。一時期は娘を憎んだ。
There was a time when I once hated my daughter. And then there's that woman who created me and keeps insisting on being my mother. As for her, I'll think I'll hate her for as long as I live. For better or worse, mothers aren't some trivial thing. I've come to realize that. So I've been wanting to ask an otherworlder. Someone who once lived their life in an entirely different world. My mother, huh? Well, you know what? I don't really want to imagine what she's doing right now. Even if you asked me if I wanted to be reunited with her, it's already too late. Nothing good would come of it. I see. I guess there are all kinds of mothers out there. So, I'm guessing Hinata's mom wouldn't unconditionally love her. So, she would probably be more blaming of Hinata of, I was worrying about you, and you never called, you never came back, you never did nothing, and then would probably resent her for that. But who knows, she could be worrying and being like, oh, something must have happened to my daughter, I really miss her. But she's probably too fearful that her mother's gonna resent her if she just showed up one day. I didn't expect to hear that from you. And why does Hinata act as if she knows a lot about Izis? Unless there's a cutscene we missed where she does know Izis is like a demon lord or knows her personality. We have seen Izis spy on Hinata to make the blueprints for Hyuga, but aside from that, these two don't really know each other like that. So yeah, I feel like we're missing a cutscene or something where these two have seen each other more often. Well, you did. Anyway, about time for me to get up. Can I ask you a question now? Tell me, who are you? So they don't know each other. But yeah, I'm still really weirded out by this question. I didn't expect to hear that from you. How would you know what to expect to hear from her when you don't even know her? Oh, just some meddlesome spirit of the mirror. Or at least, the woman who was. And now? Just a mother. I see. That was heartwarming, but also kind of weird. Because I feel like Hinata would be more suspicious of a random person that was on a Demon Lord's level that she didn't know about. Yeah, it seems like we do decent damage. But we also take decent damage. Bastard guarding! Yeah, I guess he guards against anything that isn't wind. Kind of sucks. Yeah, maybe I should have just used a wind team. Seems like that would have been regularly effective. Yeah, this may take a little long. These guys aren't going to be super hard to beat. But it is going to be a little bit. Because we're not even done with round 1 yet. Okay, I've never used this team before, so that was kind of interesting to see how she attacks. Let's try that. Damn it. Not really useful in the way that I wanted it to go. Okay, I'm glad she has some AoE attacks. Yeah, let's just hit them both. I didn't even realize these are all wedding characters, aside from Aqua. Yeah, we might be in trouble here. I guess we'll just do that one. Can be in a little trouble here. Just a little bit of trouble. Let me just save her. Damn, not dead yet. Bastard just doesn't die. Turns those into greens. I don't need that just yet. Ah, damn it. I should have activated an ability to increase our thing. Guys. So I'll do both of those. Oh, come on. Y'all didn't just finish off one of them? Okay, yeah, we are definitely gonna win this one. That was the final one. I was thinking of something else for a second. I just kind of autopiloted there. Wow, I've never seen that attack from her. First time. Skill points. Man, I keep thinking that's gonna do me something good, but it never does. Actually, maybe. Not bad damage. And now we have 3 different. Ah, no! Damn it! Ah, my heavy hitter. Alright, well. Hopefully this should finish. Well, that did work, so. We're gonna see if they have a second conversation, or if we're just gonna have to go to the next cutscene. "13. Outfit check. Kind of a weird name for a chapter. Yep, and we've just finished up a prototype for a fully automatic barrier-producing magic generator. I knew you've been working on something in secret, but a fully automatic barrier-producing magic generator? I swear, that is such a mouthful of a name. It's a revolutionary magical device that automatically emits and maintains the magic you register to it. So is it like rune magic? Yes, but it's way more advanced in terms of performance and expendability. We felt pretty useless during the whole barrier crisis before, so that's why we built this. I can't believe you guys built a prototype in such a short time. In fact, Kurobe and I also helped out when we had some spare time. I actually helped out a little too. Wow! So this thing really is the culmination of most of our up-to-date and finest magical technology. The culmination of our most up-to-date and finest magical technology. Intriguing. Change the rune inside, and a different type of magic can be used. That sounds pretty straightforward. I wonder what my magic could do. I see. So that's why you came to see me. You helped build those machines, didn't you? I thought you might have a good idea. Your magic uses mirrors to reflect various possibilities. No? That's right. What if we combined a fully automatic, barrier-producing magic generator with a full-length mirror? A full-length mirror? I previously prepared many different outfits for Great Rimuru, and always have him try them on. Be your dress-up doll, more like. I love that Izis has the most cynical view of how they dress him up. Because I'm sure Rimuru also feels like a dress-up doll. Because they really don't take no for an answer, and some of the outfits they have for him are ridiculous. If I had a mirror that would show me what the various outfits look like without actually having to change clothes, that would make choosing clothes so much easier, right? Huh? Let's do it! Let's make a fully automatic full-length mirror! A full-length mirror that would automatically show what you look like when you're trying on clothes. That could be interesting. Alright, now that's decided, let's discuss it with Kaijin and the others. Let's go, Izis! Hold on a second. Okay, Izis, can I leave the engraving to you? Something like this? Wow! It works! What a success! Now I'm free to... If you put this in the clothing store, it will probably lead to a lot more business. Great Rimaru. Huh? An interesting idea. I think you would run a great clothing store, Izis. What? Me? Run a clothes store? Yes, I can teach you how to take measurements. If you want to learn more about finances and market prices, you can always ask Mielmeyer. Or Mielmeyer. I swear, I really hate his name. He has the most difficult name that I can think of in the show. That's right. The old man was quite capable. Even when Cliché was committing those robberies and seizing land, he was able to predict her next moves with ease. Having my own store seems like a lot of bother. But lately I've been feeling a little embarrassed for not having anything to do. She is literally free to bum around all of Tempest and not have a job. Literally everyone else in Tempest is required to have a job, but because she's one of the strongest people that they don't want to make an enemy, they don't seem to force her to do anything. Her and Shinsha. Like, they can volunteer and help if they want, but aside from that, they don't have any specific job. Like, maybe the most specific thing that they have is help defend Tempest if it's under attack. Ah, well, even back then, people always looked so happy whenever they were trying on new clothes in front of the mirror. If I were the one who created that scene, that mightn't be so bad. Okay, I'll do it. I'll try running the store. I know you can do it, Izis. What about me? Don't worry, Great Rimaru. As usual, I will personally ensure that your clothes choices are handled properly. What? Now, with the opening festival coming up, I have some new clothes for you to try on. Is this how it all ends? So then, this machine. Oh, it's heavy. Here goes. Whoa! I never thought the day would come when I take this form just to lift something heavy. I'm pretty sure he did mention this originally when they were having the meeting. That he was having the ogres? Orcs? I'm trying to remember whose the strong race is. I think it was the ogres. Maybe? Or the orcs. I'm pretty sure it's the orcs. He had them carrying around the generators because they were way too heavy. Or at least the runes? Like, something about that was so heavy that they needed the strongest species to carry those around. So Izis having to take her dragon form to carry this thing easily is kind of impressive. This outfit is nice, but this one is good too. I should probably think about some clothes for the child. But she can use her own magicals to change her clothes. Heh. I can't wait for her to get home. I think I understand how Shuna feels now. I wonder what does that mean? Like how Shuna's real feelings about being a mother is? Because I'm pretty sure it's still just a theory at this moment. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed in any other later chapters. because it has been forever. But originally, it was Shuna that was looking in the mirror, wishing that she was a mother or had a child with Rimuru, and that was Shinsha. But because it was Izis Magicals that created Shinsha, she's usually considered the mother of anything created from the mirrors. There was that one time during the battle with Cliché, when they were in the caverns, that Shuna had to be a mother to Shinsha. Heh, well, isn't this a wonderful country? I'm glad your dreams have come true. But wait, there's more! I'll absorb even more Magicals from outside. This country will shine brighter than that slime kingdom ever has. Yes, and that's why I shall extend a special invitation to the original Benimaru. Alright, that's actually super cool and fascinating. So, instead of coming directly at Rimuru, we're going after some of his subordinates instead. Because I'm trying to remember, I think Kokoyo originally had a problem with the other ogres, or Oni. So he tried to come after Benimaru or take out like some of the people of Rimuru. I'm trying to think, is there anyone else that tried to go after their original instead of going straight after Rimuru? Because most of them were ordered by Izis or ordered by Cliché to attack Rimuru instead of going after the original. But we've unlocked Chapter 31, Justice and Belief. I just want to get a small preview. We're going back to the original series, not original story content of this game. Back to more canon content. It's still really weird because all the original story stuff that we did in 30 seems to take place after the Holy Conflict. But now we're going to see what happens at the very end of the battle. So everything that's happening with the Saints and Sages and the Holy Knights. But I hope you guys enjoyed Slime Isekai Memories. And if you guys did, please make sure to follow me on all my social medias like my Twitter, my Twitch, my YouTube, my DLive, my TikTok, my Kick, Rumble, Odyssey, and Patreon. And check out my second YouTube channel. And like and comment on all my videos. And even join my Discord. There you can stay up to date with everything I choose to do, or my streams, videos, or anything else. But yeah, hope to see you guys next time. Bye.